Now, Robert's new album has echoes of his earlier work with Led Zeppelin, so before we find out more, let's take a look at Robert then and now.
Oh, no, it's good.
That 6 music session with Robert Plant on the BBC website as well.
Robert, when you see that early stuff, what goes through your mind? What do you feel when you see yourself back then?
I don't know.
Right.
Can you remember any of it?
Any of what?
Any of it.
Well, I know where that was. I know the shoes I was wearing because I wore them in Iceland.
Right.
And they were fluffy. And that was the Royal Albert Hall, I think, the opening thing. And yeah, there were all flower pots along the front of the stage in those days. I mean, you'll find this as you go along in your music career, but you get a whole bunch of geraniums in pots all the way along the front of the stage. But people look through them and they get that sort of essence of something else. But they were throwing them up in the air and nutting them and. How can you turn away from that?
I mean, you've had so many different styles as you've evolved through the times, and that desire for change and moving on has always been a big part of what you've done, isn't it?
Well, you know, you don't start off being dumb. You know, you can only become dumb through repetition. So, you know, we're very lucky as musicians if we're able to mix it up. And if you've got the you know, well, you're only just starting now. You've got, you know, that Elvis thing was. I like the hair. Really, is
that it?
Yeah, no. Yeah, and the trousers, yeah. But I mean, you just got to keep mixing it up, otherwise it's dull as ditch water. Being trapped by your own, hoisted by your own petard, they say.
Yeah.
You can be edged into a corner where all you've got is that. So you can stay in the hearts of everybody as a sort of memory that keeps coming back and back, and
but it's
a bit
interesting.
it gets shabby.
Yeah, I guess it's interesting the point at which you decide to move on, and the bit where you think, oh yeah, I'm getting a bit repetitive now.
Well, I think in Led Zeppelin we were always moving on. That's the whole deal about the band. That's why it was so varied from the get-go. I mean, we were raised on Eddie Cochran and you know, Gene Vincent and all the rock and roll stuff because of our time. And as you went through, culturally in America, you kind of collided into the whole West Coast hippie, anti-governmental thing, anti-Nixon stuff. There was so much stuff. And we went out to India and Thailand and Morocco. And you pick everything up as you go along and you grow musically if you're lucky.
So, so the new one then, Carry Fire, is your 11th solo album. So what does it tell us about you as an artist now, then?
Well, I'm in the best company musically I could possibly be in. The guys are spectacular players. They all come from different parts of the musical spectrum. And when we come together, it's vivid. So what we create there's no sort of fluffy stuff. It's intense. And it's humorous, but it's also, we're all on the same path. I have to be up the sharp end here, like you know, we're at sharp end. Those guys are the proper players out there. Right, John Bonham used to say to me in Zeppelin, he said, you're not a very good singer, but just go out and look good, you know, and that sort of thing. So really, that's my job is to...
Write that one down.
Yeah. Well, you're doing all right, I mean, and that's it, really. You just keep developing, keep mixing it up, and Carry Fire is the most recent chapter in that thing. I mean, I've sung with great American singers, you know, bluegrass and country singers.
And you're singing with Chrissie Hynde as well.
Yeah, she agreed to sing on this song. She's great, she's powerful, focused, right on the money, you know? Brilliant.
Yeah. Just having a little listen now. Bluebird Over the Mountain, this is lovely.
This is a lovely video as well.
Yeah.
And then the track that you're going to play for us, May Queen, we noticed that some of the lyrics, they've got nearly the same lyrics as some of the ones in Stairway to Heaven.
Well, the only common thing is the title May Queen. But, you know, the May Queen is, if you like, the partner of the Green Man. They banish the Queen of Icicles at the end of winter. You being Welsh, you probably know more about that than most of the Queen of Icicles is sent off for another 8 months. And the May Queen is basically, I guess she's a totem. Or she's a sort of figure of the beginning of the new year and the warmth of summer and all that stuff. And that's exactly how I felt when I write that song. I mean, there's no talk about the May Queen in the song. It was just that time of year.
Just that moment.
It was all... Is that silly?
No.
It's not as silly as my football.
Robert, we are going to hear
Wonderful.
the May Queen a bit later on, so we look forward to that. Yeah.
And the new album, Carry Fire, it's out on Friday. Now, it's nearly time to meet this year's Children in Need.
Out with a track from his new album, Carry Fire. Here's Robert Plant with the May Queen.
Lay down in sweet surrender. Your love so warm and tender. Ah, sweet surrender now. Surrender now. Inside my waves are breaking. Our light of my salvation. Sweet salvation now. So warm and tender now. Oh, 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 oh. Seeking love and glory, just like I always do. The vision of the freedom I very rarely choose. A heart that never falters, a love that never dies. I'm standing in the shadows, the dimming of my light. The dimming of